There you go. Well, welcome, Marissa from Jelly Academy. We're happy to have you and host this session today. I would like to begin by welcoming everyone and acknowledging that I'm coming to you today from the traditional territories of the Hupakiseth and Seashot First Nation. I extend a welcome to each of you to put your own into the chat, your own where you're coming from, and maybe your own acknowledgement if you'd like to. Jelly Academy has been a supporter of CES for several years now, and we appreciate their work and the support that they've given us, especially with the fall conference being an exhibitor or a sponsor and workshop provider for our fall conference. So I just pulled up their website earlier and I love the main heading mentioning future ready skills training, which is what CES is all about, supporting opportunities for BC students and educators to prepare for the future and hone their skills. So welcome to our afternoon session. I'd like to introduce Dawn Anderson, who is our past president at CES, and she has some experience working with Jelly in her school district and would like to share a bit of information before we turn it over to Marissa for the heart of the presentation. Thank you.
Thanks, Terry Ann, and thank you, Marissa, for joining us today and guiding us through all this. I'm here from the traditional lands of the Comox Nation, so thank you for having me. Digital marketing. We started our relationship with Jelly Academy a few years ago now, and we signed a 2-year agreement, and our agreement was to provide cohorts of learning to students. And so with that, each spring, we established a cohort and students would sign up. And it was great because students would sign up and take this over the summer. And so it was a time where they had a bit more time to engage in learning. And the students would then, once they concluded the program, which was self-paced, they would have time to put their resume together and apply for jobs. And we had a lot of grade 12 students want to do this. And so we made sure that we had them register with us before the end of the school year and then start the program. So that was really the best time for students to want to engage. And what we did is we worked with Jelly Academy. They gave us all the media and promotions. We publicized that through our media outlets. We went through the schools and sent home all the information to parents. And then we went in and presented to a couple classrooms as well. And so students would sign up and they would pay a fee. And the fee would go to covering the program, and students would take the course. And we in our school district, in the beginning, when we first started, we were using Workforce Certification 12. Over time, once we learned a little bit, like that was a great course for students to do because when they're in Jelly Academy and the course, they get 8 certifications. So it's fantastic. It would be 2 course credit that we gave them, and they would get 8 certifications. I wrote an online course, and so our students would sign up with me and through our continuing ed school, and we would have them take the course. And at that time, we paid as a school district for that, and students would get the 2 credits. And at the end, because it's workforce training certificate, they get a standing granted mark. So there's no letter grades. It's just they attained the certifications. They documented their certifications in the online course with me. They created a new cover letter and resume at the end, and at the very beginning, they also did a student learning plan, like we do with our dual credit students, just so that they could show their purpose and intent with taking these certifications, what they wanted to do at the end, and just kind of chart out what their goals were. So beginning, work with the student, they document the 8, they submit a resume and cover letter. One of the things, and we could give them their 2 course credits, which was through me. And then in the summer as well, at the very end, we worked with Jelly Academy and they hosted a session. And the session was all about how to get a job. And so I feel like it went really well. Um, the thing with it is now we're actually not, we kind of switched and our district's not paying for it. So students pay for it. And so now we can't give them workforce training certificate 12. So students, if they want, like districts, there's different ideas you could go with. We're now just not paying students pay and the students get the certification. So this is just an extra amazing opportunity for students as they kind of head out in their grade 11 or 12 summers to help them get a job. Really good side gig if that's what they want to do while they're going to university, or it's a job that they could do, build their portfolios and apply for different companies. There's tons of jobs on Indeed. And so there's tons of opportunities for them. So if it's kind of almost if they want to do a gap year as well, great certifications to have before they head out in there. The other piece too is with school districts, if you are wanting to give the students course credits, the students can't then pay. So how does that work? And what course could you offer? If the district wants to, I mean, you could look into an independent directed study where the student designs the course and they work with a teacher in the school district and they put together their units, pull in different curriculum and design a course and do the certifications. So a district could kind of run it through that. A student could pay by themselves. You don't get that course credit, but then you help them get a job and you do it as a WEX. So maybe a student gets a WEX placement afterwards, and that's kind of how the school district supports them is they organize a cohort, students pay for that, no course credits, but then you help them get a placement and you do a WEX. And so that's kind of how you're supporting your students and in that way. So I think there's a few different avenues from a district standpoint of how you want to do it. If you did have enough students and you as a district are paying for it, that's great. Workforce training certificate. Again, IDS, if that's what you want to do and you only have a few students, maybe you and a few different districts get together and together you get a cohort with Jelly Academy and you have a few different IDSs. Or if a student is paying for the cohort, then afterwards they do a WEX placement. So that's kind of my insights on how students could do that. But the feedback I've gotten from our students has been spectacular. Students really like it. They're quite happy to do it. We do have a couple loaner computers that if a student doesn't have a laptop at home, they can borrow ours to do this as well. And then they give it back to us when they're done. So we have supported students that way as well. Yeah. I see we have one person. Like, is there any questions in that regard? Maybe Jose, do you have any questions about kind of how we've done it? So we've again done the two different models where we pay as a school district, students go out and we claim it, or the students pay and we kind of take a different avenue. So we've done both. But again, we have a online course where we kind of put all of our students and we can track their progress. And Marissa, actually, this is another one. If you do it that way, Marissa sends summaries about how the students are progressing and what certifications they've attained. So you also have that to support your gradebooks if you need. Yeah. Okay. So if there's no questions, Marissa, did you kind of want to give us a summary and breakdown of the program?
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you so much, Dawn and Terrianne, for having me here. Jose, if you have any questions at any point, just feel free to like unmute and jump in or pop it in the chat. I'm Marissa. I'm the operations specialist at Jelly Academy, and I would like to acknowledge I am on the territories of the Coast Salish people, including the Coquitlam, Tsleil-Waututh, Musqueam, and Squamish nations. And today I'm just going to go through some slides so you guys can learn more about who we are at Jelly Academy and what your students would be learning through our course. All right, can everyone see my slides all right? Okay, perfect. So at Jelly Academy, our focus has always been to make sure our students are skilled and trained to enter the workforce with future ready skills. We're Indigenous founded and led, and our goal is that we continue to foster growth in the industry and make sure that the workforce is highly skilled in digital marketing. Initially, we started out of a Vancouver-based digital marketing agency known as Jelly Digital Marketing and PR. This course that we offer to high school students has 5 key lessons on social media, SEO, Google Ads, Facebook and Instagram ads, and email marketing. We have a more extensive version of our course that covers more lessons for adults as well. So at the end, we hope that students are able to gather all the new knowledge, tools, certifications to help them with their digital marketing campaigns. Our curriculum is based on research. We've partnered with the Digital Marketing Sector Council to develop our curriculum. Every year, the Digital Marketing Sector Council runs annual surveys for professionals in the industry, asking them on what they would like to see in the industry, what's coming up, what's current knowledge and tools people must know, and then we update our curriculum on an annual basis to incorporate new technology and new knowledge. So with these 5 core lessons, they're taught entirely on distance education, so it's completely remote and at their own pace. Students typically take about 11 weeks to finish the course, and we hope that they're able to either start on a new career path in digital marketing. This could be a freelance or working with an agency or a business on their marketing. There's definitely tons of summer internships out there. So hopefully students who have finished grade 12 might be able to land an internship right out of high school. This also helps them with just their resumes overall. They get to add a ton of skills and certifications to their resumes. And if they're interested in maybe starting a business in the future, it's definitely knowledge that's super important to know. We also offer lots of templates and resources to help support their continual growth. So I'm just going to get into a bit of the course, what's the breakdown like per module, as well as time commitments. So overall, there's about 4 components to the course. One is video lessons, about 7.5 hours long, and they're broken up into those 5 modules. And there are short multiple choice quizzes in each module, which can take about 7 hours in total to complete. The minimum required passing grade is 70%, and there's no limit on multiple attempts, so students can retake those quizzes until they pass. And the main chunk of the course is focused on the industry certificates. So that could take approximately 38 hours. There's a total of 8 certificates, however, only 6 out of 8 are mandatory. And then there's a total of 5 practical assignments, and those are marked based on completion and effort and not necessarily accuracy. And if a student needs to redo their assignment, they can redo it as many times as they need to. So students are looking at spending about 58 hours in total on the course. And if they take the course over the duration of 11 weeks, which is what we recommend, it breaks down to about 5 to 6 hours of time each week. So these are the certifications that we offer and recommend students complete. They are with different platforms and tools that you might be familiar with yourself, including Hootsuite, SEMrush, Google, Meta, and MailChimp. Here's a quick look at what the assignments are like. So the assignments are more practical and hands-on. They will walk students through a scenario or a tool that's used in digital marketing. For example, this one is looking at a walkthrough of Google. And lastly, our curriculum is built and taught by industry practitioners. They're people who've been working in the field for years and years, and so they keep us up to date and share their wealth of knowledge through the video lessons and curriculum. The first module is on social media, and so we're focusing on things like building a strong social media presence, familiarity with social media channels, using scheduling tools, and creating content. So with everything that's involved, students spend about 9 hours on this module, and this has an optional certificate, which is with Hootsuite. Second module is on search engine optimization, also known as SEO. So this one focuses on understanding SEO search tactics, building out various SEO avenues, and as well as using Google Business Profile, which is the business IDs that show up on like Google Maps. So this one spends about 7 hours, and this does have a mandatory certificate with SEMrush. Third module is on Google Ads. The main goal is that we hope students are able to develop their own Google Ads campaign as well as evaluate the effectiveness of it. This one's a bit longer as it's about 19 hours of work involved. There are 3 certifications with Google Ads that are mandatory, so it takes a bit more time to work through this module, but it's super important. Our fourth module is on Facebook and Instagram ads, also known as meta ads. And the main point of this module is to help students learn how to build out an effective Facebook ads campaign. You're looking at about a total of 13 hours spent on Facebook and Instagram ads with an optional module or an optional certificate with Meta Blueprint. This is quite a lengthy and difficult exam, hence why we've made it optional. And the very last module is on email marketing. So at the end, we hope that students are able to build out email marketing campaigns and be able to use the best email automation practices. You're looking at about 10 hours spent on this module with 2 certificates from MailChimp. And so with your students taking the course, we do have dedicated check-ins, which are provided on a weekly basis. We'll also be able to provide you as a district with progress reports. This includes percentage completed, and what assignments and certifications have been completed each week. Each module also has summary notes and closed captions to help support different styles of learning and accessibility. We also ask students to join our Slack community to keep in touch with their fellow peers, as well as other people who have taken Jelly Academy. We also share a ton of bonus learning resources, career support, and free workshops through our Slack community. We have a job board that we direct students to if they're looking for jobs. Some of them are a bit more upper level jobs, but we also do share a lot of internship and beginner level, entry level jobs. We just put out a course on landing a job. So this provides students with additional job support. This course just is completely remote, some videos and resources to take you through tips and tricks on interviewing, resumes, and job searching. And lastly, we do offer some bonus workshops throughout the year. Every month or so, we offer a workshop in digital marketing as well as professional development. All right, and that brings me to the end. Jose, if you have any questions, please let me know, or you can always reach out to me on email.
Yeah, hi there. Thank you very much for the presentation. I'm here with my daughter, Izzy.
Hi.
And um, first question would be, are there any prerequisites for the digital marketing program for students, like in terms of age or the high school grade or academic knowledge or anything to apply for the program?
We typically accept students in grade 11 or 12, as long as they're able to learn in English, because our course is primarily offered in English. Then that's about it.
Okay. No age limit. I mean, my daughter is 16 right now. But
Yeah, no, that should be fine. Is she in grade 11 or 12?
she's in grade 10 currently.
Grade 10. Okay.
So she will be able for next school period, I guess, to apply for that.
I think that would be recommended.
Perfect. Okay. My next question is, so my understanding is the program is fully online, correct? And will the sessions be live or pre-recorded sessions so that students can watch at their own pace, or how is it formed?
Yeah, all the lessons are pre-recorded, so they're learning at their own pace.
Okay, perfect. And then, are there any specific computer system requirements for the program?
The main platform we use is accessible through the web. So it's called Thinkific. It's just a learning management platform. Otherwise, there isn't anything that really needs to be downloaded or installed.
Okay, so but in terms of like a Windows versus Apple Brain System or anything, that doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter as long as you have a
Okay,
computer or a desktop.
perfect. Okay. Um, and then, oh yeah, would you be able to share the presentation slides?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll share the
Okay,
slides and the recording.
perfect. Thank you. Do you have any questions from yourself, Izzy?
It's all pretty clear. Thank you.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
Great questions. Thank you.
Okay, I think
Yes,
we're
that's
good to wrap up.
great questions. What was the management platform called that you use?
It's called Thinkific.
Okay, yes, I've
Thinkific.
used that. It's easy to use.
Yes, very straightforward.
Awesome. Thank you,
All
Marissa.
right.
Thanks
you
for your
so much
time,
for
Marissa.
having
Thanks
me.
for
Thank you for
organizing,
your
Teresa.
time.
We'll share this out. I'll share the contact
All right.
of the people that signed up. You can reach out if you want, and I'll share this recording with everybody who signed up.
Great. And I'll email you the slides.
Excellent. Thank
All right.
you.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
very much,
much.
Thank you
everyone.
so much.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye now.